Cloud Run is the same thing as MCP. No, they are not the same thing. MCP is that protocol for us to be able to communicate in between different agents. Does that make sense to us? If it does not, and you want to discuss more with me, yeah, you can see me after the session because of our time. Okay, so when you come to this place, you'll be able to click this particular button here. Hello, who is following? You click this button here, and then you'll be able to get this page pop up. Let me click it and see what I get. And then you get this pop up. You may not have the list of these projects yet. You click new project, and then you create your project. The name of my project is this. And after creating it, I'll come back here and select it. Once selected, I can get my project ID here. This is my project ID. Can we see it? Let me see if I can blow it up a bit. And this is my project ID. All I need to do is to come here and click this copy, and then go back to my collab and put it here. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? That's the only thing that we need to do. After you've done that, you click this button, this white button. When you click it, in less than a second to roll, and you have this checkbox. Okay, so what you did here basically is bringing Gemma model into your Colab environment, or bringing Gemma model into your Jupyter Notebook environment. It's like downloading the model and getting it to work here. So you can access this model working down this particular notebook. Does that make sense? This is not our work. Our work is done. So let's move faster before they will come and chase us away. So we now need to connect the project that we just created. You cannot. Don't worry, I will share it after the session. You will have access to it. You cannot follow along now. Just watch what I'm doing and do it later. Yeah, I will share the link. Sorry about the inconvenience that's happening. I only have like less than 10 minutes or less than 15 minutes rather. So I need to work very fast before they will come and chase us away. So what's next now is connecting the project ID that we copy. We need to connect our project, Google Cloud project, to this particular notebook. That is what this particular code is doing for us. So what I need to do is press this plus button, this button at first, and then it will generate. I will need. The reason why it's clearing is because I've tried to run it before. So what I need to do is possibly end this session. How do they use to end session here? Give me a second. Manage session, and I can't delete two modules of stuff. Okay, let me do this. Run all again. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is to be able to get an output. We'll get a link to be able to verify this particular page. I've done that before. That's why I'm having this. So what I would do now is to do this. 1 second. Copy to another tab. Okay, for people asking for the link, why are you opening up? Shut up. Okay, so when you click this button, it will pop up a link for you, and you click the link, you verify your account, you connect it with your Google Cloud account. That's all what you need to do here. It's nothing hard. Just follow the link, and then you get a code that you can use to authenticate your action. When I was explaining, who said 5 minutes? Guy. Okay, so when I was explaining how to deploy to Cloud Run, I said we'll create a Docker file for us to generate a Docker image. Come back here, this explanation, this 3-step explanation. Okay, so that's what we want to do here. Okay, so we are creating a Docker file. A Docker file is packaging all our application, everything that we have here, into one image that we can run on either Linux, Windows, or Mac, or anywhere. But for this workshop, we are running it on Cloud Run. That's what it means. So all this, if you're a DevOps or you work with cloud engineering team, you will know that just create a Docker file. We'll tag it Docker file, this particular one. If you are working on your local system, just create a file and call it Docker file. Okay, then after you just read through, you want to understand what is there, you click this button, and then you get this check mark that you've been able to run this successfully. Okay, so that's the next step. The next step is to connect our workstation to what we call Cloud Build. Cloud Build is another thing on Google Cloud on this place. On this Google Cloud is another service that you can use to now build wherever Docker file that you are creating. You've created a Docker file, right? If you are working on your system, you need to run it. Okay, so Cloud Build will now be the one to run it on your behalf. That's what we are trying to do here. So we are now instructing that, oh, I'm not running it on my system, I want to run it on Cloud Run. So we need Cloud Build to help us do that. Makes sense, right? So we run that, and then if you connect to Cloud Build, if you are not authenticated, it will bring error, and then you fix that error at the end of the day. So the last thing that you need to do is you need to deploy it. Yes, we've been able to generate our image, our container, our Docker container that we want to run on Cloud Run. We've been able to generate it from this step. That's what this step upward doing. Then we need to deploy it at the end of the day. Then we write a script to do that for us. And the script to do it for us is as simple as shell script. Okay, if you know what Linux is all about and you've been writing Linux command, you will know what a shell script is all about. So that script that you use to automate stuff instead of writing Python code. Okay, you will have seen echo. Then we copy the Cloud Run, Cloud Shell command that we want to run at the end of the day. Does that make sense to anybody? Nobody is saying yes. Is it not making sense? Okay, I have to rush through because they are telling me my time is almost up. Okay, so let's see. This is the script. You don't have to write it yourself. We have it here. All you need to do is just press this button, and then you get the output at the end of the day. Then what we need to do next is to run the script itself. This script that we built up, we need to run it. And to run it, just as simple as running this command and by pressing this button. So if you copy all this code to your own laptop and you know how to handle shell, how to handle Linux command, these are the commands that you'll be running. It's as simple as running your shell like this, if you know what that means. But then if you don't know what it means, it's as simple as clicking this particular button. Does that make sense? Who is that? Okay, so when you run that, everything will run, and it will take everything that you have been building from up and put it on Cloud Run. Okay, and then you will get access to a link that you can start accessing. So this is a link that you can access to now test out your models. Okay, so let's see example of places we've tried to test out this model. We can see that the link is saved as service URL, right? So if you scroll a bit down, they try to use Olama to try it out for us from the shell, and then their prompt was, what is the color of, or why is the sky blue, right? That was the question. That was the prompt they put to this model that we built. Okay, and then they get this response back. This particular response, I tried to blow it up, and then this was explanation of this particular model that telling us that, oh, the sky is blue because of this. Okay, so if you follow this step by step when you get home, you will be able to get to this stage where you can put anything as your prompt here, and then your model will be giving you a response. Okay, so nobody will now tell you that you have to pay before you can use this particular AI model at the end of the day, like the other model, say ChatGPT will tell you at some point that, oh, you've exhausted your premium stuff this day, you need to work with. So if you're a developer and you feel like you are not the only one that want to be using it. You want to make it available for other people to use what you just built. Okay, you can use Olama as part of your Python code, and then you can use Python to call it. I am having an error here, but if I run it, I should not have an error, but I don't have time again. So you can use Olama uh, Python client, and then at the end of the day, it will work for you. Another thing is you can put in Gradio or put in a Flask model to be able to put an interface to it. Take, for instance, we use Gradio to build out this. What was this one showing? We use Gradio to build out this. Okay, I know what happened. At the end of the day, giving us an interface where people can get to interact with the model. Okay, so we have a place here where we talk about RAG. This is an advanced topic, but then if you are able to get to this stage, I would like to share the link again for everybody to have access before I will leave this place. Okay, how many of you support me for that? Support me on that. You are not talking. You want them to chase me here. Okay. Do we have any question that I can be answering while I'm doing that? The network is a little bit bad. Do we have any question? So I can create a link. I can. The person should continue asking. OGB there first. Sorry, I can't hear you. All right, thank you so much. So the question is, are there limitations to running Gemma by ourselves? Yes, you need to have the knowledge before you can run it on your own. Okay, at least basic knowledge of that. You need it before you can do it on your own. If you don't have the basic knowledge of that, it may be difficult for you to do that. But if you have the knowledge and you can follow these steps and you have it at the end of the day, you don't have any challenge. All you need to do is to come and update it when necessary and then follow along with updated version. Makes sense, right? Okay, so I believe we are able to run through this. We are able to know what Cloud Run is all about. And then we are able to deploy our model on the Cloud Run. And then we are able to see how we can build a container out of the notebook that we shared. Okay, so this is the updated link. Let's try it now and see what we get. This link, dub.sh/ogb there first. So when you get home, you can try every step that is there. And have you gotten that this time? Do you have any question why they are doing that? Okay. If you want to see me, you can check me out on my YouTube channel. That link below, dub.sh/taurash-yt, or you scan the QR code. We talk about how you can get started in open source, get started in DevOps. That's the talks that you'll find out interesting there. And if you are a X person, you can follow me on X, or when you are making a post, you can tag me in and we can have more discussion there before they will come and beat me out of this place. I think I've used 5 minutes more out of their time. Do we have any question? So if you get to that YouTube channel, whether you like what they are doing there or you don't like it, subscribe. Okay, I will be putting the link, the video to this step-by-step things that I did today. So you can go back there to watch it later. The links will be there. So that's what I'm trying to do for you guys here. And we have it recorded. So you can have access to it at the end of the day. So I can end this stream for now. And thank you guys for listening to my